Welcome to our channel.
Hey, it's Kat, and today I want to tell you about these nitric oxide indicator strips. So what's the point of this, really? Well, nitric oxide is something in your body that occurs naturally. So your body actually produces this naturally from things like there's a lot of leafy vegetables. Beets are a good source of it. L-arginine, L-citrulline, they're the building blocks of it. So what does nitric oxide do? What it does is it relaxes your blood vessels, which allows for better blood flow, therefore more oxygen. It's a really good indicator for people who need increased stamina during exercise and physical activity. So this is an indicator strip. Basically, it's going to test on a color scale and tell you in a more qualitative way where your levels are. This is similar to other test strips that you may use. Ketones may be one where it tests the ketones in your urine. You're going to test it, right? And you're going to see on a color chart and tell you where you are. So this is what we did this morning. I'm going to show you that video here in just a second. We did this test. We did it early before I had a drink of coffee. I had just gotten up, gotten ready for work, and we saw that. Well, here's the video. All right, it's first thing in the morning, and I have not had anything to eat or drink yet. And here is a little bit of saliva in a cup. I'm going to take out one of these strips, and then what I'm going to do is take the strip, I'm going to put it in the saliva for about 3 to 5 seconds here. Should be good. I'm going to tap off the excess saliva. Then we are going to let this set, as it says, for 15 seconds on a flat surface. So there we go. And then we are going to read it and see what it says. And then I'm going to go about having my morning coffee and then actually drink an energy drink. And then it says, for best results, test after a 2-hour interval post-consumption. Use another to validate the effectiveness of the drink. So that's what we will do. And that's kind of my normal thing is I have coffee in the morning, and usually I'll have an energy drink at lunchtime or something like that if I'm going to do something like that, because then I don't drink it later in the day so it doesn't impede my sleep. So let's see where I'm at. So here's your indicator. Lighter the color, the more depleted, and then very high. And this is, again, nitric oxide indicators. And you can see I am the lowest you go. So it has gone from white, which is the starting color, to this very light pink. There's our very light pink. This right here is somewhere between that depleted and low. So I'll be back later, a couple hours after I drink my energy drink, and we'll see what it says. All right, now that you've watched that video there, we're going to test again. Why? Because I've actually been drinking an energy drink recently, and we wanted to see, does that impact at all? Plus, I've had a normal diet today, so does any of that impact at all? And let's test it, because not only do I want to know, is we saw this morning that I was hovering, remember, right here between depleted and low. So we knew that that was something that was low in me. So just like this morning, here is my sample. I've cleaned this out, and this is a fresh sample, so we're going to go ahead and take this test strip. And now we're going to lay it flat. And we're just going to let that hang out for that 10 to 15 seconds. And we are going to see what it does. Now let's check it out. And yes, there is a difference from this morning a little bit here. So you can tell this morning I was way down here, almost more here than here. Now I'm kind of trending more towards this middle, which is the 110, which is like that threshold right there that we target up here is even more. So what's this tell me? Well, it tells me that maybe I need to focus on a little bit more on foods and things that help my body produce more nitric oxide so that I can start producing that more on my own to help with stamina, especially as I'm trying to incorporate more walking, more activity and everything into my routine. And this will allow me just to function better, cardiovascular health and all that good stuff. So this right here is a packet of 25 different test strips. And so you can test it before and after. You can just do it as a touch base, whatever you want to. But like anything else, I say do your research about this, because none of this is medical advice. I'm just showing you how this product works and testing it out and maybe saying how I would use it, not saying about anything else. Again, check out the information on this, check out the listing. And this is just another tool in your arsenal to figure out how to be your most optimal. Have a great day.